The busy Christmas period can sink or save the Forest Green Rovers side that are within touching distance of safety in Sky Bet League 2. 2 points off Tranmere with a game in hand as well coming into midweek. A run of form over the December period could work Christmas wonders for David Horseman's men, but first they host Bradford City in their last game in November. The visitors have had back-to-back wins in all competitions, ending their 3-game losing run. Back-to-back victories with a win tonight could lift them within 3 playoff spots, and right back in the hunt for promotion once again. So under the lights this evening, 3 points, all important for both the hosts and the travelling players. It's a beautiful, crisp evening here at the Bolt New Lawn. Conditions are perfect for a bit of winter football. Exactly cleared away. Smallwood gives it wide. Lovely little ball into the channel and poked across goal as well by Walker. It's a very bright start this from Bradford. The man that won the corner is going to come across and take it here. It's going to be that in-swinger with the right boot. Richards is close to provide the support, but he's going to be ignored. Good header back across goal and turned in. Inside 10 minutes, Bradford strike first. Simple header in the end for Matthew Platt. 2 in his last 3 games. And the big man rising above everybody. Just has to nod it down from close range. There will be question marks from James Belshaw about the defending that was in front of his goal. Forest Green Rovers struggling straight from the get-go tonight. Bradford happy to capitalise. Cook fighting for it, looking to defend from the front as well. Blair back to Cook. Goes down inside the box. Penalty given. Jordan Moore-Taylor, clumsy challenge in the end as he had the forward just lumbering into him. Cook won the penalty, will take the penalty, and will score the penalty. 21 minutes gone, could be a goal every 10 minutes almost for Bradford tonight, the way things are going. It's the worst possible start for the hosts. You get the feeling this could be a very long evening indeed. He's never going to miss, was he, from the spot, the big number 9. Now the visitors have a healthy cushion in front of them. Still waiting to really see a chance on goal from the hosts. Quiet evening so far for Harry Lewis at one end of the field. It's going to get busier perhaps for his opposite number as Shaw was quick off his mark just to try and close down the angles, and Smith just couldn't find the target in the end. A difficult one that was just had him moving away from goal slightly. Didn't want to take it with the left boot, tried it with the right instead on the outside of the boot. Bernard fizzed along the playing surface. Yeah, a bit of possession inside enemy territory. Doesn't exactly last long, does it? Although that's well picked off by the fullback. It lay into space and over the top of the crossbar. That was a solid move, but the young Belgian unable to cap it off with the finish. That sums up the first half so far for the hosts. One fleeting moment. Matoye squandering the only real chance that Forest Green Rovers have had so far tonight. Need more in this second half. Might be more coming as well. He's on to this one and rounding the keeper. And somehow it stays out. 21-year-old doing all of the hard graft. Getting there ahead of Lewis and rounding the shot stopper. Clumsy goalkeeping really from the Bantam shot stopper. It's just dragged wide of the mark. It's a warning sign that for Bradford. Halliday gives it short. Walker. Wonderful work by him. A difficult one to take in the end with so many defenders around, and Bernard was just hanging off Andy Cook. Cook felt, I think, that he was pulled down or at least impeded by the Forest Green Rovers defender. Did well to get his boot to it, but always underneath it, always sending it into the air. Half-hearted appeal for a penalty. The Belgian goes over, nothing's given. You can hear what some of the travelling supporters feel about that. In the meantime, the host just getting on with things, trying to flash one through the crowd of bodies. And Lewis is being tested more and more in this second half, certainly more than he was in the first. It's an optimistic effort to try and beat the keeper at the near post, but it was hit well. Bunker has to go back, or at least laterally, try and give himself some space. Over the top by Walker as the away side come the other way. Cook and co waiting inside the box. Needs the service that isn't coming their way, beaten away instead by the keeper. Gillea with the effort. Bellshort just about doing enough to keep it out. One high into the night sky. It's down the right end of the pitch for the visitors. Might be in the right place as well. Oh, beautifully worked on the edge of the box. Everything was so smooth and subtle until that final finish. It's just spooned well over. Bit of room on that far side of the field. Nothing coming from it, however, cleared away by Ash Taylor. It's a neat little turn. Jones with space. Oh, it's off the crossbar. Well, they've been looking for a spark, and they almost found it. It might inspire something, you know. It's a substitute just settled. Barely seemed to strike it, but hit it so cleanly. Just stays out. It's getting late. There's going to be a comeback for the hosts. It's got to happen soon. They're pushing bodies forward. It's leaving them exposed slightly. So Davey pulls it across. Can't be finished initially. Turned in by Walker. It's been a live wire all evening. There's a bit of afters as well, which is a slightly unnecessary end to proceedings, unfortunately. Frustration for Forest Green boiling over a little. Walker not exactly shying away from the confrontation. I think he took exception to perhaps the challenge that came his way as he struck it home. Poor defending, Taylor hacks it away, but he brought his man down in the process. I think they're trying to say that he was the last man, and the official agrees with the home side here. Ash Taylor sent off, a slight blemish on what's going to be a fine result for Bradford City on the road. The defender is sent off in the dying embers of this one. That's certainly a pullback. You could argue that he was the last man. If the referee sees it that way, it has to be a red. Slightly impeded. And Bradford will finish this one off down to 10 men. Lewis holds, and that is the full-time whistle. A very good evening out for Bradford City on the road. It's now 3 wins in 3 for them in all competitions, back-to-back victories in the division as well. Help to keep them ticking along nicely while Forest Green Rovers continue to dig themselves into holes this season with a lacklustre performance on home soil once more. They trailed after just 9 minutes when Matthew Platt rose to nod home from close range before Andy Cook doubled the advantage midway through the first half. Jamie Walker putting the icing on the cake in the end in the 87th minute with the 3rd goal of the night for the visitors that gives them all 3 points on their travels. The final score here at the Bolt New Lawn finishes Forest Green Rovers 0, Bradford City 3.